शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां 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 शारदे पाहि मां शङ्कर रक्ष मां
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। भारती करुणापात्रं भारती पदभूषणं भारती पदमारुढं भारती तीर्थमाश्रिये। ओं विद्या विनय संपन्नं वीतरागविवेकिनं वन्दे वेदान्त तत्त्वज्ञं विदुशेखर भारतीं सद्गुरु चरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। ओं शारदा शारदाम्बोज वरदा वदनाम्बुजे सर्वता सर्वता अस्माकं सन्निधिं क्रियात्। Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. All of you, thank you for joining us today for the Vande Vidya Shankaram program. Today we are continuing with the lectures on Dharma Sastra and Nyaya Shastra. Dr. Jambunathan is here to continue the lectures on Dharma Shastra today. Please take it away, Dr. Jambunathan. Thank you so much.
Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you so much, Ji. And thank you for all devotees joining. Shuklam Baradaram Vishtam Shashivardhanam Sadurбhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayetra Vignopashantehe Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Gurum Paramparam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwaram Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatikakritim Adaram Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrim Upasmahe Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Swami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So we will continue on our Manusmriti, the third chapter slokas on the Panchamahayajnas, which we started last time. Let me share the screen for the slokas. Just okay. Are you able to see Somaji?
Yes,
Hello?
continue. Looks
Okay.
good. Thank you.
Okay, so we will continue with from the 88th sloka we finished last time. We were covering the Panchamahayajnas and we talked about the definitions of Brahma Yajnam, Deva Yajnam, Pitru Yajnam, Manusha Yajnam, and Bhuta Yajnam. And Manu has been describing all the different yajnas and how are they to be performed and what are the benefits of performing them. So in the same continuation, the last sloka which we discussed last time was Marudbhya iti tudvari shipte apastabhya ityapi vanaspatibhya ityevam musha lolu kaleharet. That was the last sloka which we discussed in the last month. Basically, it says for the maruds, dwari means in the door. You should offer a bali in the door. Shiped apastabhya ityapi. In the place, the water tank or wherever the water is collected in the home, you put for the apas and you offer a bali there. And vanaspatibhya ityevam musha lauka kaleharit means wherever you are cooking utensils, all the grinders and we call ammi, ural, everything in Tamil, the place where those things where you are crushing the food, that is the place where you offer a bali to vanaspati. So we talked about the difference between what is bali. Bali is basically, in homam, you offer the cooked food along with the ghee directly into the agni. Whereas in Bali, you are again offering the cooked food, but you are offering it directly to the ground. You are not offering it in the agni. So the term Bali means that's what it is. But Bali has been misconstrued in different ways. But even in temples, we offer balis in different directions for the different devatas. Bali is offering the food, the cooked food, or along with it some ghee or anything directly on the ground itself. So this is what Manu has been describing. Giving the different balis in different parts of the house. So you can see that all the devatas are invoked in the house itself. So if all these particular yajnas are performed properly, your house itself will become a temple because you are daily invoking all the devatas in different directions and performing this. So the next sloka is sloka number 89, which we are starting today. Uchir shake sriyai kuriyat bhadrakalyai cha padatah brahma vanaspatibhyam tu vastu madhye balim haret. So uchir shake sriyai kuriyat bhadrakalyai cha padatah brahma vastopatibhyam tu vastu madhye balim haret. So the Brahma and Vastupati, there are two words. Brahma, Vastupatibhyam is the combined word. Brahma and Vastupati. So it is Uchir means Sri. Sri is Mahalakshmi. Bhadrakali, Padatah. So there are two words, the two ways it's interpreted the sloka here. One, it says you have to offer the bali for Mahalakshmi at the head of the bed, and to Bhadrakali at the feet of the bed. So wherever the Yajamana of the house is sleeping, the bed there, on the head portion of the bed, the bali to Mahalakshmi should be offered, and on the feet portion of the bed, the bali to Bhadrakali should be offered. Or it is also, in some interpretations, the northeast corner and the southwest corner of the house. Northeast corner bali to Sri has to be offered, and the southwest corner Bhadrakali bali has to be offered. Brahma Vastupatibhyam tu Vastu Madhye Balim Haret means exactly in the center of the house you offer bali to Brahma and the Vastu Purusha. Because as you know, the house is governed mainly by the Vastu Purushas. That is why even when you do Graha Pravesam, you do Vastu Homam and other things. Because the Vastu Purusha controls the things, and if the Vastu is not proper in your house, there will be a problem in your house. So those things are there. So the Vastu Purusha, you offer the bali in the middle of the house. So that is what is mentioned here in the sloka number 89. Then comes sloka number 90. Vishvebhyashchaiva devebhyo balikaamaksha uchchipet divacharebhyo bhutebhyo naktancharibhya evacha. So Vishvebhyashchaiva devebhyo balim akasha ukshipet divacharebhyo bhutebhyo naktancharibhya evacha. So we are still in the bali portions, and again here there is going to be a slow transition. You can see devatas being mentioned before. Maruts are a group of devatas. Vanaspati is another group of devatas. Mahalakshmi, Bhadrakali are all devatas. Vastupati is also Devatas. These are all different Devata categories. And I will quote a sloka from the Bhagavad Gita, just because we are coming to all these slokas. When Lord Krishna is showing the Vishwarupa Darshana in the 11th chapter, when the Arjuna is describing the Vishwarupa of Lord Krishna, the 22nd sloka of the 11th chapter, if you look at the 22nd sloka of 11th chapter, Rudra Aditya Vasavo Echa Sadhya Vishwe Ashwino Marutta Shomapascham Gandharva Yaksha Asura Siddha Samga Bhikshan Tetvam Vishimitas Chaiva Sarve. So it says Rudra Aditya Vasavo Echa Sadhya Vishwe Ashwinau Marutas Shoshpa Pascham Gandharva Yakshasura Siddha Samga Bhikshante Tvam Vishimitas Chaiva Sarve. All these group of devatas are looking at you in amazement. So Rudra, so we know, even when you do tarpanas, when people are having Pitru tarpanas, Vasu Surupanam, Rudra Surupanam, Aditya Surupanam, you are Pitru, Pita, Maha, Pita, Maha, you all describe. So the Rudras are a group of devatas. There are 11 Rudras, Dwadasa Adityas. There are Ashta Vasus, 8 Vasus, and Bhishma was supposed to be one of the Vasus when he took birth during the Mahabharata time. So the Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishwe. Vishwe stands for Vishwe Devas. They are a group of devatas. Ashvinaus, Maruts are the other group of devatas. Ushmapas, Gandharvas, Yaksha, Asura, Siddhas. So all these devatas are mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita sloka. All these groups, they are all groups. The Rudras means they are one group of devatas. Aditya means they are another group of devatas. Vasus means they are another group of devatas. Same way, Vishwe Devas also is another group of devatas. So all these devatas are all mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. They are all looking in amazement in Lord Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshana. That is what Arjuna is telling, the 11th chapter, 22nd sloka. So that the Vishwe Bhischaiva Devebhyo Balim Akasha Ukshipet. So what it says is, for the Vishwe Devas, you throw the food up in the air. Balik Akashamukshipet. So basically, that is one place where you don't put it on the ground, but you throw it on the air and it falls down on the ground. So either the middle of the house, or you throw the food. In olden days, there used to be a place called Mitham and other things in the center of the house. So you can, and that's why the Vishwe Devas you offer the food. And if you remember the Vishwe Devas is a very interesting story. It is described in Vayu Purana, and also Vishnu Purana also quotes them. They are when Daksha Prajapati has several daughters, one of the daughters of Daksha Prajapati is Vishwa, and Vishwa is married to Dharmadeva. And from the marriage of Vishwa to Dharmadeva, all the Vishwe Devas were born. And if you remember the Shraddha ceremony, the Vishwe Devas are given very utmost importance. Even when you do, for people who are doing every ancestor ceremony, every year, the Pratyabdika Shraddham and all, they invoke the Vishwe Devas first, then only they invoke the Pitrus. So the Vishwe Devas are supposed to be Shraddha Rakshakas, which means protector of the Shraddha. So you invoke them. Even for Nandi Shraddham, everything you invoke the Vishwe Devas. So again, for those particular Devas, Balim Akasha Ukshipet. So that's just be aware, there are supposed to be 10, some of them say there are 12. 10 Vishwe Devas, some of the books say there are 12 Vishwe Devas, but they are a group of devatas and you offer for them. Divacharebhyo bhutebhyo naktam charibhyevacha means for all. Diva means morning, naktam means night. For all those bhutas, there are bhutas are a group of, again, kind of little inferior variety of beings. For those bhutas which are moving around in the morning, and for those Naktan Charibhe means those bhutas which are moving around in the night, you offer Bali. It doesn't say specifically here Bali, but if you look at the Dharma Sastra books, they say it offered in the back of the house. So in the front of the house, you offer for the Maruts. In the middle of the house, you offer for the Brahma Devas. By throwing food upwards, you offer for the Vishwe Devas, and for the Jiva Charebhya or Naktan Charebhya bhutas, you offer in the back of the house Bali. And again, when we say Bali, there is the Manu just only says offer Bali, but if you go with the Apastamba Sutras and the specific sutras according to your weight, which Yajurveda, Rigveda, whichever sutra, Yajurveda, Apastamba Sutra, or Bodhayana Sutra, Rig Veda, Asvalayana Sutra. There are different sutras depending upon which Vedas you follow. Those sutra kartas, the kalpas are written, and there they will describe all the details of how the bali has to be. Here only the outline is given, but generally you are supposed to wipe the hand, the floor directly with your hand, sprinkle some water over the place, and then offer the bali. So it is basically, even when you offer bali in all these places, you are supposed to do some basic etiquette. Clean the place, clean your with your hand, sprinkle some water, and then offer the bali. So this is what it is mentioned. And then coming to now, only the Bhuta Yajnam is slowly coming. So from the Devas, it is slowly transitioning now. It's Vishwe Devabhyo, then Divacharebhyo, Bhutebhyo, the Bhutas have started coming. Prishta Vastuni Kurvit, Balim Sarvatma Bhutaye, Pitrubhyo Balishesham tu, Sarvam Dakshinato Hare. Prishta Vastuni Kurvita, Balim Sarvatma Bhutaye, Pitrubhyo Balishesham tu, Sarvam Dakshinato Hare. So basically, you go to the upper part of the house, the roof. If you can reach, or you can put the roof of the house, Sarvatma Bhute, to one who is all the Atmas, to the Supreme Lord, or who is the Sarvatma, for that, or the one who is the Atma for all the Bhutams, because you are only telling about bhutas which are moving around your house in the morning and house in the night. Here are offering for bhutas all over the universe. So whoever is the Atma for all the bhutas, to that Atma, I am offering this bali, and you offer it on the roof of the house. So there is one on the roof of the house. And then comes Pitrubhyo Balishesham tu Sarvam Dakshinato Hare. So whatever food is remaining after offering all these balis, the rest of the food you take it to the south corner of the house and offer to the Pitrus. So always the south direction is for the Pitrus. So that is where the Balishesham means remaining. Sesham is always the remaining part, or the whatever is the remnant part after the main is taken out. Whatever amount of the food is remaining, the cooked food is remaining, that you offer in the Dakshina part, which is the south corner of the house, to the Pitrus. So this is how all the different directions you are offering. And then comes Shunam cha Patitanam cha Swapasham Paparoginam Vayasanam Kriminam cha Sanakair Nirvaped Bhubi. So the next sloka is Shunam cha Patitanam cha Swapasham Paparoginam Vayasanam Kriminam cha Shanakair Nirvaped Bhubi. So basically it says Shunam means dogs. Patitana means those low caste people. Swapasha means those who are even eating dogs, or who is always roaming around with the dogs. They call the Chandalas those days. So all these low class people in terms of their birth or their activities, even for those people who are considered, inferior by their activities and other things. And Papa Roginam, who are suffering from diseases like leprosy, people who are in the streets and all those people. Vayasana means the cow, the crow, the kaka, we call crows. Krimina means all the small insects. For all these places, you offer it like in a place outside your house, clean the place and offer the bali there. So again, the broad-mindedness. So even for all these people, so even for all these, there are mantras. There is a difference between giving bali in the morning and bali in the evening. Bali in the mornings has to be done by the male with the mantras, and only if the male is not there, the female has to do. Only in the night, the evening time, the wife itself can do the bali without doing mantras. So basically, you have to offer bali in the morning and in the evening, sayam prata. And when you are doing it with mantras in the morning, without mantras in the evening. And you can see they are covering the dogs. Dogs includes all animals too. Shuna means dogs, but we can include all the animals. And Patitanam, all the low caste people, the beggars, the people who are sick, the crows, which is the birds, all the insects, to all of them you offer in one place. Clean again, you have to clean the place, sprinkle water, offer the bali, and then with mantras you tell, for all these I'm offering, and whoever is coming, they can take the food and go for them to eat. So basically, even the people who are inferior or the animals, they are getting only the mantra protected food. They are not just giving like hotel, eat whatever you want. All these people are all sanctified by the mantras. So even people who take that food, they will get purified because all these food is sanctified. So this is the whole thing is called the Vaishwadevam. So this Vaishwadevam is a very important procedure, and only after doing Vaishwadevam you do Atiti Pujanam. Next, because from next sloka on, slowly Madhu will be starting about what we call Atiti Pujana, means the Manusha Yajna, which is serving the live people who are with you, and he will define who Atiti, everything as we go along. But the important is this Vaishwadevam is a very, very important part. And Vaishwadevam, if you go into the details of Vaishwadevam, it has two parts. And one is the part where you actually offer the food in the Agni itself. And the second part, Vaishwadevam, is where you offer these balis. The Vaishwadevam and the Bhuta Yajnam are actually incorporated together. So, interestingly, in the olden days, they used to have two Agnis in each house. One is called the Vaidika Agni, the other one is called Laukika Agni. Laukika Agni is where you cook your food. They used to have those wooden sticks, and they used to put charcoal, and they'll burn it, and then on top of it they'll have a brass vessel or a copper vessel, and they will cook food on that, and then they will serve it. So basically that is called Laukika Agni, where you are using it just for cooking food and other purposes. And the Vaidika Agni is the Upasana Agni, or the Treta Agni, which used for Agnihotram, or the Vaidika Agni. So it is said that you can actually cook the food in either the Laukika Agni or in the Upasana Vaidika Agni. You can actually cook the food. And when you cook the food, you actually take a part of the food cooked from that. If you cook the food in Laukika Agni, you are supposed to offer the mantras directly in the Laukika Agni itself. If you cook the food in the Upasana Agni or the Vaidika Agni, you are supposed to offer the Homa or the offering directly into the in the Upasana Agni itself. So it depends upon where you cook the food. That place itself you offer the directly onto the fire with mantras. And after you offer that in the fire in the mantras, then you go and offer all these balis. All I told about maruds outside the house, front of the house, apas in the place of the water, manaspadibhya where you are having all the kitchen utensils, then Lakshmi in the head of the bed, Bhadrakali in the feet of the bed, Brahma and Vastu in the middle of the house, Vishwebhyu throw up in the air, for the Divacharebhyu and Bhutebhyu outside in the back side of the house, and for the Sarvatma Bhutaye, for all, the one who is the Atma for all the Bhutas, you offer on the roof of the house, and for the whatever food is remaining, you offer in the south direction for the Pitrus. So you have to include, there is a Homa part, and then there's a Bali part. And interestingly, we always say that all our Smritis are coming directly from the Shrutis. So if people have been reading the Mahanarayana Upanishad, which is part of the Taittiriya Aranyaka, there is a specific chapter, the Narayanavalli, we call Narayanavalli or the Mahanarayana Upanishad, which comes as part of the fourth Anuvaka. After the Shikshavalli, the Bhriguvalli, the Anandavalli comes the Narayanavalli. The Vaishwadeva mantras are actually given. Agne Swaha Vishwebhyo Devebhya Swaha Dhruvaya Bhumaya Swaha. It goes on like that. It's a whole big mantra, and that's where it ends. Devebhya Swaha Pitrubhya Swadastu Bhudebhyo Namah Manushebhyo Hanta Prajapataye Swaha Parameshtine Swaha Yadak Kupap Satataras Sahasradaro Akshitagam Eva me astu dhanyagum Sahasradaram Akshidam Danadanyai Swaha E Buddha Pracharanti Diva Nagdam Bali Michanto Vidutasya Prekshya Debhyo Balim Pushtika Moharami Mai Pushtim Pushti Padridadatu Swaha. That's the whole that I skipped a lot of slokas in between. I told only the first line and the last paragraph. This is the whole Vishwadeva mantras are fully, all the Vaishwadeva mantras are there directly in the Narayanavalli, which is part of the Taittiriya Aranyaka. And then only at the end of that only comes your very common sloga. Om Tad Brahma, Om Tad Vayuhu, Om Tad Atma, Om Tat Satyam, Om Tat Sarvam, Om Tat Puro Namah, Antascharati Bhudeshu, Guhayam Vishwamurtishu, Tvam Yagyastvam Vashatkarastvam Indrastvam Rudrastvam Vishnustvam Brahmastvam Prajapadihi Tvam Tadapa Apo Jyotiraso Amritam Brahma Purvavaswarom. That particular mantra which we say commonly is actually the last sloka of the Vishwadeva mantra. So that it comes in the Narayanavalli part. So I was just telling the Smritis just give you only an outline what to do, and but always the background is on the Shrutis, the Vedas, or the Vedas clearly describe all the Naktan Charibya, all those for the day dwellers, for the night dwellers, all those words came directly on the Narayanavalli sloka which I was chanting before. So all that is what I am mentioning is already there on the Vedas, and only based on the Vedas, Manu is giving us all this information, what to do, all these offerings. And now Manu is giving the Palasruti. After describing all these particular Vaishudevas, he says, Evam yas sarva bhutani brahmano nityamarshati sagachati paramstanam tejo murti patarjunam. So that is the sloka number 93. You can see, Evam yas sarva bhutani brahmano nityamarshati sagachati paramstanam tejo murti patarjuna. So it says, the Brahmana who does this daily nitya marchati sarva bhutani, one who is offering all these balis, like I mentioned, in a daily basis, that person sagachati paramstanam tejo murtihi patarjuna, he will get a body of light, which means you will get more spiritual, you will get atma realization, you will get a spiritual body, or a body of dazzling light, and he will go to the highest status, param sthanam. So basically doing this Vaishyadevam regularly with the correct mantras itself is enough. Again, if you look at these, there is no need to go to temples and all. You do this Vaishyadevam every day in your home, all the problems will go, because the other slokas will also keep coming. People who don't do a Vaishwadevas, at least the solution is do Purusha Suktam and offer Nevedyam to Vishnu. So that is why it's very important. People have to cook daily new rice. If you are in the house, unless you are traveling out or anything, you should cook fresh rice. That rice should be mixed with ghee, and that should be offered as Nevedyam to the Lord. Even if you can't do Vaishwadevam, at least offer to Vishnu and Shiva every day, that fully cooked new food with ghee. That is at least what we can do in Kali Yuga. At least that in houses where this daily cooked fresh food with ghee is offered, they will have, even if they don't get all the benefits of Vaishyadevam, they'll get most of the benefits, at least if we can do that. So people have to realize, and you offer only fruits and other things only if you are sick, you can't cook food, or on days like Ekadasi where you are not supposed to cook food, only those days you're supposed to offer fruits to the Lord. But other days, at least you have to fresh annam and do this. So that is what Manu is telling. Okay, that is sloka 93. So coming to sloka 94, now slowly is telling the Bali karmas are ending. Kritvaitat Bali karmaivam atitim purva mashayet bhiksham cha bhiksheve dadyat vidivat brahmacharine. Kritvaitat Bali karmaivam atitim purva mashayet bhiksham cha bhiksheve dadyat vidivat brahmacharine. So he says, basically, after all these Bali karmas are done, then you do Atiti Pujanam, which means feeding the guest. So that is, which is again the Manusha Yajna. You are feeding a live human being, guest at your home. That is called the next step. Bhiksham cha bhikshave dadyat means, bhikshus means sannyasis. Brahmacharis means, brahmacharis, the young boys who are not yet married. After doing the Bali karmas, you should do Atiti Pujanam, which means a guest who is unknown to him is coming to his house, and then he should formally, all the sannyasis or the brahmacharis who come to his house, because in olden days, remember Bhagavati Bhikshan Devi, even in the first chapter of Manu was telling how the sannyasis, the brahmacharis, and even of the brahmacharis, whether they are Kshatriya brahmacharis or Vaishya brahmacharis or Brahmin, brahmacharis, Brahmana brahmacharis, how they are supposed to ask, even how the Bhavati Bhiksham Devi itself has to be changed the different way depending upon what varna you are coming. So in olden days, the sannyasis and the brahmacharis would come for bhiksha to the house of the grahasthas, because grahasthas support everybody. So after doing the Atiti Pujanam, you should offer food to all the bhikshus and all the brahmacharis. So that is why it is very important how the grahasthasrama not only is offering food to the unknown people like the deities, all these maruts and Vishwe Devas you don't see with your normal eyes. Only people who are very evolved can see them. So you're offering to all these devatas who you cannot see, and then you're offering to the bhutas, and then you're also offering to the live people. So basically the atiti, and then the bhikshus, and then the brahmacharis. So the grahasthashrama is supposed to do this nitya annadana. So this they have to do the dharana agnihotri and the nitya annadana in this form. So this is how they used to, and that's why they said in people who are doing this, that particular community will never have any problems. Next, yet punyam palamapnoti. Go to sloka number this one 95. Yet punya palamapnoti gam datva vidivat guroho tat punya palamapnoti bhiksham datva dvijogrihi. Yet punya palamapnoti gam datva vidivat guroho tat punya palamapnoti bhiksham dadyat dvijogrihi. So basically this Vipra or this twice born Dvija, one in his house who is offering this bhiksha to all these sannyasis and the brahmacharis and atithis every day, what is the benefit he will get is Gam Datva Vidivat Guroho, to his own guru. Gam is cow, gav, cow, go like the donating a cow. In those days, the Godana, the Budana, the Swarnadana, these were considered the Annadana, means offering food, giving gold, giving land, giving cows. All these danams were prescribed. So one person who is giving a cow to his guru, that is considered one of the highest danas. Whatever merit a person who gets by giving cow to his guru, the same merit he will get if he offers this bhiksha to any sannyasis and brahmacharis who keep coming to his house. So basically, yeah, serving your guru is great, but if your guru is not near you, as long as you serve any sannyasis and brahmacharis, offering, he gets the same merit. That's kind of what Manu is trying to imply here. So next sloka is Bhiksham Abhyuda Patram Va Satkritya Vidipurvakam Veda Tatvartha Vidushe Brahmano Sopapadayet. Bhiksham Abhyuda Patram Va Satkritya Vidipurvakam Veda Tatvartha Vidushe Brahmano Sopapadayet. So this is again coming back to Atiti Pujanam. Now he's going to describe the Atiti Pujanam, means the guest, because he has told after the Vaishwadeva and the Balis are done, he has to do the Atiti Pujanam and then offer the sannyasis and the brahmacharis. Now he is going to give slowly the details of who is an Atiti. And the first thing he says is the greatest or the best Atiti is Veda Tatvartha Vidushe, one who knows the Vedas and the Tatvarthams, the meanings and the implied, the direct and the indirect meanings of the Vedas. The one who is, if that is the Satkritya Vidipurvakam, if he is offering bhiksha to that kind of scholar who in Vedas and who is following all the anushtanas according to rules, that is the Abhyuda Patram, that is considered the best for a Brahmana. So that is what he should be doing. Offering a guest who is well versed in the Vedas, the Atiti Pujanam every day. Next sloka is now going to give the corollary of that. Nashyanti Havya Kavyani Naranam Avijanatam Basmi Budeshu Viprechu Moha Daddani Dadrubihi. So in the previous sloka I said Veda Tatvartha means one Vidushe. Veda Tatvartha Vidushe means, Vidusha means like Vidwan, the wise person, Vidushekara Bharati we say. So the Vidu means the one who is well versed or well scholarly. So with Veda Tatvartha Vidushe means the previous sloka said the offering the Atiti Pujanam to a Veda Tatvartha Vidusha according to rules is considered the best Satkritya. Now he is telling Nashyanti Havya Kavyani Naranam Avijanatam Basmi Bhuteshu Vipreshu Moha Dattani Datribihi. He says Nashyanti Havya Kavyani. So there is Havyam and Kavyam. Havyam is whatever is you gave to Devatas is called Havyam. whatever you give to Pitrus is called Kavyam. That's why even Agni has two forms, Havyavahana, Kavyavahana. When Agni is going to give all the food you offer in the Homa to the Devatas, he becomes Havyavahana. When Agni is going to give all the food to the Pitrus, he becomes Kavyavahana. Havyavahana is Swaha, Kavyavahana is Swada. Whenever you use Kavyavahana, use the term Swada Namastarpayamiya or Swada Swaha, Swadaya Namaha, you put like that. So Havya is linked to Swaha and Kavya is linked to Swada. So basically, all the Nashyanti Havya Kavyani means all the Deva Pitru karmas will get ineffective or destroyed for a person Avijanatam who has no knowledge of how to do Atithi Pujanam, which means Moha Dattani Datir Bihi means if he just gives to Atithi Pujanam to random people who doesn't have all these good qualifications, it is equal to Basmi Bhudeshu Vipreshu means when you are doing a Homa, you are supposed to offer the Havis directly into the burning fire. But if the fire is already burnt and it has become sambal, it is basically the burnt out place. If you offer food into that burnt out basmi means the sambal, the charcoal or whatever is left behind after the homa is there. That is part is called the basmam. The basmi, nobody offers the havis directly to the basma. They offer only havis in the burning fire. Same way, if somebody gives because of ignorance, those Atithi Pujanam to people who are not well qualified, it is like offering Basmi Bhuteshu, like offering food directly in the sambal, not in the fire. So that means it doesn't mean he's not telling do Annadana because he's already previously mentioned. Even for low caste people and all, you are supposed to keep food, everything is there. Only for this well qualified person, the Atithi Pujanam is to be done according to the rules. So that is what it is telling. So it doesn't mean Manu is telling don't give food to other people because he has already said give food even to the sinners, to the paparogis, everything is already mentioned there in the Bhuta Yajnam itself. So for the Atithi Pujanam, he is giving some specific qualification. Next sloka is okay. Vidya tabas samruddeshu hutam vipra mugadagnishu nistareti durgascha magastaschaiva kilbishat. Very important sloga. Vidya tabas samruddeshu hutam vipra mugad agnishu nistarayati durgascha magastaschaiva kilbishat. It says, see this is the poetic here. Vipram Mugad Agnishu means Vipra means the twice born or the Brahmin, his face. There is a Agni in the Brahmin's face, means the mouth of the Brahmin itself is an Agni. So you are offering food into that mouth. So basically, even offering a food into the mouth of a Brahmin is like doing a homa. Vipra Mugad Agnishu means the fire face of the Brahmin. You offer the Hutam means we already talked about Hutam, Ahutam, Prahutam. We talked about the definitions before. Hutam means again offering the directly as if in the Deva Yajnas where you offer the Havis directly into the Agni. Here you are offering the Hutam directly into the mouth, the fire in the mouth of the Brahmin. So because the one who is well versed in the Vedas, because he is constantly chanting the Vedas from his mouth itself is considered to be as purified as Agni. Because that mouth is always chanting Vedas and mantras, it's a very purified mouth like Agni. So offering food into the mouth itself is like a homam itself. That's what he's telling here. Vidya tapas samruddeshu, especially if he is well knowledgeable and also has tapas, austerities. One who is very anushtanas or austerities. So one who is well knowledgeable and has austerities, if that food is offered directly into his mouth, it's like giving hutam. What is the benefit? Nistareti durgascha magastaschaiva kilbishat. Durgascha means all the difficulties will be nistareti means he will cross over. The person who is offering this the Agni, which is the food to the Annadanam, to the Atithi who is full of Vidya and Tapas, that offering the food itself will help him cross over all the difficulties and all the sins will also go away. Magattaschaiva kilbishat. That is why in olden days in our Puranas, if you look at the Puranas, Everybody wants to feed Durvasa, Agastya and all. The kings and all will come running to feed the Durvasa. Even Durvasa is angry, they will want to feed him because Durvasa is full of Veda mantras. Even today, our Shanmugam Sharma ji is talking about Arya Dushiti about, which is composed by Durvasa. So there is a lot of these slokas will come. Even the Pandavas want to feed Durvasa, but Krishna, they will come only after the food is over. So because offering food to these great tapasvis by itself will help them cross all the difficulties. That is why they were looking and very eagerly waiting to serve all these people. Ambarisha wanted to serve Durvasa, but the story got twisted. So there is all these stories which will come. The kings are even willing to serve them because they think that itself will overcome all the difficulties for these people. So that is the importance. Feeding the right person the right way itself will help you cross over a lot of difficulties in life. So next sloka. Sampraptaya tu atitiye pradadhyanas udakena va annam che veda shakti satkritya vidipurvakam. Sampraptaya tu atitiye pradadhyat asana udake annam che veda shakti satkritya vidipurvakam. So now he is beginning to describe the steps. So once you get this kind of a good aditi, you first offer him asana and udakam. Asana means seat, udakam is water. So once you get this good atiti, you first offer him a good seat and also offer him water, and then annam chaiva yata shakti, offer food according to your capacity. If you are rich and you are able to cook more varieties, you do it. If not, do whatever is possible according to your Sakti only is telling. Satkritya vidipurvakam, all well cooked and well done and according to the rules, which means you cannot do whatever food material and all. There are rules and regulations, what you are supposed to cook, what you are supposed to offer, and how you are supposed to offer. Follow all the rules. So it says sampraptaya tu atitiye pradadhyad asana udake annam chaiva yata shakti satkritya vidipurvakam. So offer seat, offer water, and offer food according to the capacity, according to the rules. That is how you do atiti pujanam. Shilan appinjado nityam panchagni api juhvatah sarvam sukritam adatte brahmano anarchito vashan. So this particular sloka is the reason why we got Kathopanishad. Silan apyunchato nityam panchagnin api juhvatah sarvam sukritam adatte brahmano anarchito vasan. So archita means worshipping. Anarchita means not worshipping. So one person who is not worshipping these brahmanas who is coming to his house, sarvam sukritam adatte. Sukrita means all good. Datte means getting. Adatte means going. So basically, all the good will go away from his house. Anarchito vasan. Even if he happens to be silan apyunchado nityam and panchagni api juhvataha means silan apyunchado nityam means it's a way of how the brahmanas eat food. The best Brahmin actually goes to the agricultural field. When they do all the dhanyas, the remnants of the dhanyas will be in the ground. He collects those dhanyas which are in the ground after all the harvesting is done, and he takes that home and he cooks the food. That is called one who like. And there is even the one the one who composed the Kannada Maharishi, who composed the Vaisheshika Darshana, used to follow this rule. Silana Apyunchado, which means the remnant of the dhanyas which are left in the field after everybody has taken it, he takes that home and cooks that and eats. He is considered a very high Brahmana. That itself gives him very high merit. Or Panchagni, one who is always doing meditation in between the 5 fires, or offering all the Panchagni yajnas. So one who is doing either the Silana Pinchato Nityam or Panchagni, which means he's a very highly meritorious person. Even that highly meritorious person will lose all his good. Brahmano anarchito vasan, one who does not take care of his guest, who comes to his house, a well-earned guest, anarchito vasan. And the reason I was telling about the Kathopanishad is, I want to just quote the sloka from the Kathopanishad, the first valli, the 7, 8, and 9 slokas. Nachiketa is in Vaishwanara's house, in Yama's house. At that time, when Yama is gone somewhere, so that's why we know Yama is not in his house, but Nachiketa is come and sitting in his house or standing in the outside of his house for 3 days. For 3 full days, this young brahmachari boy who is full of tejas is standing without eating anything, drinking anything. He has told people, I am not going to do anything till I see Yama myself. But Yama has gone for some tour or something. He comes 3 days later. So as soon as Yama is entering, this is the sloka number 7. Vaishwanarah pravishyatyan atitir brahmano grihan tasyaitam shantim kuruvanti hara vaivasato udakam. Vaishwanarah pravishyati atitir brahmano grihan tasyaitam shantim kuruvanti hara vaivasato udakam. The minister of Yama is warning Yama, it seems. The sloka is indirectly telling, hey, Vaivasvata. Vaivasvata is different from Vaishwanara. Vaivasvata is the son of Vivaswan, which is Yama. A son of Vivaswan is indirectly addressing. There is a Brahmin boy or a Brahmin like fire. Vaishwanara means is again name of fire. Fire like Brahmin who is sitting in your front of his house. Make sure you go and offer water and kind of please him immediately. So the minister itself is warning Yamadharmaraja, don't make a Brahmin who is well learned waiting in your house, not eating and not doing anything. So he's telling Vaishwa, immediately get water, don't even do anything. Yama, as soon as you come, this Brahmin boy is waiting, go and get water, take care of him right now. He has come like a fire to your house. And then the sloka goes. Sloka number 8. Asha pratikshe sangatam sundrutam ishtapurtam putra pashumcha sarvan etad vunkrute purushas alpamedasho yashyan nashyan vasati brahmano grihe. Yashyan anashnan vasati brahmano grihe. It says, the sloka continues, Asha pratikshe sangatam sundrutam ishtapurtam putra pashumcha sarvan edad brunkurte purushya alpamedaso yasyan anashnan vasati brahmano grihe. It says, ashnan means eating, anashnan means not eating. When a Brahmin is not eating in your house, the problem is asha, all your desires, all your sankadas, all your sankalpas, all your association, all your ishtapurta means all the good deeds you did. Putra pashum, your putras, your animals, all these edad vunkrute purusham alpamedo, all will get destroyed. So the minister of Yama is warning Yama, if you don't take care of this Brahmin boy, everything will go away for you. See, this is even Yama is getting the warning. That is how the sloka goes. And immediately what Yama says, Yama is the Yamadharmaraja. Trishro ratrir yadavat yada avasat sigrihe me anashnan brahmanan atitir namasyaham namastestu brahman swasti me astu tasmat priti trin varan vrinishwa. Trishro ratrir yadavat sigrihe me anashnan brahman atitir namasya namaste astu brahman swasti me astu tasmat priti trin varan vrinishwa. So immediately Yama is telling to Nachiketa, oh Brahmin boy, for 3 days anashnan you have not ate anything in my house. I bow down to you. Namasya, please forgive me. Please bless me. Yama is Yamadharma is telling Brahman swasti me astu, please bless me, don't curse me. Because I didn't feed you for 3 days, I am willing to give you 3 boons. Ask what 3 boons you want. Tasmat priti strin varan vrinishwa. So that is the entire Yamadharmaraja slogam starts only because of Atiti Pujanam. Yama says that because he was outside, not in his house, he was not able to feed the Brahmin boy for 3 days. And because of that, he knows what and all problems he will face if he doesn't feed this boy. So to compensate for that only, I am giving you 3 boons. Please ask 3 boons what you want. So this Atiti Pujanam itself is the reason why we all got the Kathopanishad. Trinani Bhumir Udakam Vak Chadurti Sasunruta Etanapi Satam Gehe Nochidyente Kadachana. Trinani Bhumir Udakam Vak Chadurti Sasunruta Etanapi Satam Gehe Nochidyente Kadachana. So it says Trinani means very small materials. Grass is what is meant, but anything small or very trivial matter. Bhumi means land. Udaka means water. Vak means nice words. So even if you are not rich, if you are not able to offer rich food to your guest, offer small thing which is affordable to you. Offer them a place to sleep. Offer them water. Offer them good words. This all will be easily available for everybody. Etana satam gehe nochintede kadachana. So at least even if you can't offer lavish gifts and lavish dinner or food for your guest, offering whatever small materials, or offering at least a place for them to sleep, offering them water, offering them nice words to speak, all those are available for everybody. At least utilize that. Manu is giving that that as a reason. So I'll go to another 2-3 slokas will finish today. Ekaratram tu nivashan atitir brahmanar smritaha anityami stito yasmat tasmat atitir uchyate. So this is a definition of atiti. Ekaratram tu nivasan atitir brahmana smritaha anityami stito yasmat tasmat atitir uchyate. So I myself learned this term. Tidhi, we use the term tidhi for day. Today is Pradhamai Tidhi, tomorrow is Ditiyai, Tritiyai. We say all these are Tithi, Nakshatra. Nakshatra is the star, Tithi is the day. So Tidhi means one day. Atiti means not even one day. So Atiti comes from Tithi. So Atiti means not even one day. One who just stays only for one night in your house and does not stay even for more than one day is called the true Atiti. That is the definition of Atiti. That is what he's telling. So basically, he's defining, he told do Atiti Pujanam, and he's trying to define Atiti. The first definition he says is one who just stays with you for one night, that Brahmana, and that is what is called Atiti, because the term Atiti itself comes from Atiti, which means one who does not even stay for one day is an Atiti. Naika Graminam Atitim Vipram Sangatikam Tata Upastitam Grihe Vidyat Bharya Yatra Agneyo Apiva. Naika Graminam Atitim Vipram Sangatikam Tata Upastitam Grihe Vidyat Bharya Yatra Agneyo Apiva. So it says Na Eka Gramin Atitim Vipram Sangatikam Tata means Sangatikam means one who always chats with you, which means your local friends, people who are constantly chatting with you or entertaining you, or one who is living in the same village or the same street. These are not considered Atiti. So basically he's telling, if you are just feeding your own friend in your house every day, or you are feeding your own street person every day, that is not considered Atiti. So that is the definition he's telling. And Upasitam Grihe Vidyat Bharya Yatra Agneyo Apiva means there is two ways of interpreting the second sentence. Vidyat Bharya Yatra Agneyo Apiva. Because when you are a Grahastha, you should have two things in your house. You will have a wife in your house, and also the Agni should be burning in your house. You are doing all the Upasana, Agnihotra and all. So the house where the wife is there and the Agnis are also there, that house should not be considering these two as Atitis. That is one interpretation. Or the person who is coming to your house should also be having a wife and doing Agnihotram and everything. Like, because we always say Tapas Samruddeshu, one who is great in austerities is the one, the greater the austerities, the greater the benefit you get. So one who is having the Bharya and Agni in his house, if he comes to your house for one night, he is an Atiti. Or the host who is having this should also have his Bharya and Agni in his house. In that particular house, if you are entertaining your own friends who are constantly chatting with you, or who are living in the same street or village like you, they are not considered Atitis. That is the definition of Atiti here. Upasate ye grahastaha परपाकम् अबुद्धयाः तेन ते प्रेत्या पशुतां व्रजन्त अन्नादिदायिनः व्रजन्ति अन्नादिदायिनः. So उपासते ये गृहस्थाः परपाकम् अबुद्धयाः तेन ते प्रेत्या पशुतां व्रजन्ति अन्नादिदायिनः. Basically it says, he is now giving an explanation for sloka number 103. If somebody is always hanging around your house for just food, they are your friends or they are your people, you know, they are just hanging out all the time with you so that they can get food in your house, those people, tena te pretya pashutam, they will be born as animals in the next janma in your house. So they have to do work for you to pay back all the food they ate. So basically he's telling people should not just unnecessarily stay in other people's house for food. That is kind of the indirect meaning he's telling, because whoever unnecessarily just stays on and tries to get food from the other people, he will be born as an animal in their house, like a dog or a cow or something in their house next janma, and he will have to do a lot of service to pay back all the food he has ate. I will do the last sloka and one of it will start today. Apranayod atiti sayam suryadau grahmedina kale praptastu akale va nashyasnam grihe vasat nashya anasnan grihe vaset. Apranadyo atitihi sayam suryadau grahmedina काले प्राप्तुतु अकाले वा नश्यान अनश्नन गृहे न अस्यान अश्नान गृहे वसेत. So basically it says there are two types of guests who can come to your house based on what the Surya decides. Is saying the Lord Surya decides what guest to stay in your house, it seems. As per Surya's regulation, guests can come to you before the sunset or after the sunset. Whether they come before or after the sunset, you should treat them equally. Kale praptu akaleva means kale means who is coming in the right time. Praptastu akaleva means who is not coming in the right time. Na ashnan grihe vaset means he should not leave your house without eating. Na ashnan means nashtan not eating. So basically he's telling the Surya will decide who comes to your house, whether they come in time or whether they don't come in time. Make sure they don't leave your house without eating. So basically that is kind of the hospitality which Manu is telling. So just because somebody came late in the house or late in the house, you should try to feed them. There is a lot of stories, if they read the Nayanar stories and all, how suddenly Shiva himself will come as a guest in the middle of the night and they will cook for him. All the stories will be there. So this Atiti Pujanam is there. We will continue in the next session. And let me stop sharing now. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunapte Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Shriyakantaya Kalyan Nirtirtinam Sri Venkatanivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam.
Thank you so much, Jambuji. So it's a pleasure. So let me see if I can, before we do question and answers there, let me do the Mangalam and finish this, and then we can have that. Right? Give me 1 minute and let me start. Thank you again. Again, any questions, anybody who are watching online, if you have any questions, feel free to send an email to dslectures@svbfnorth.org. We'll be happy to address this in the next sessions.
मंगलम गुरु श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वर के शक्ति गणपति शारदांबिके शंकराचार्यर के शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदांबिके के काल भैरव के काली दुर्गै के वीर धीर शूर हनुम मारुति चरणति के मल्लिकार्जुन के செல்வ ஜனார்தனர் கே அம்பா भवानी कंबद गणपति चंडी चामुंडी के, श्री कृष्ण भगवान के श्री चक्रवासिनी के, सीता राम लक्ष्मण सहित मारुति चरणति के, विद्यारण्यर के विद्याशंकर के, वागीश्वरी के वज्रदेग गरुड़ आंजनेयर के, श्रीवल्ली देव सेना समेत सुब्रह्मण्यर के, तुंगभद्रै के श्रृंगनिवासिनी के, श्रृंगेरी पुरिயில் நிலைத்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகைக்கே, सच्चिदानंद शिव अभिनव नृसिंह भारती के, श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु सार्वभौमर के, श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु विद्यातीर्थर के, श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु भारती तीर्थर के, श्री चंद्रशेखर भारती गुरु विदुशेखर भारती के, मंगलम गुरु श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वर के, शक्ति गणपति शारदाम्बिक शंकराचार्यर के, शक्ति गणपति महागणपति शारदाம்பிகை के, श्रृंगेरी पुरिயில் நிறைந்திருக்கும் எங்கள் சாரதாம்பிகைக்கே.